Okay, definitely better on the redo from the one from last time. Um, your rhythm's good. You definitely got solid rhythm with the stuff, but two main things continue to happen. Really, three. So the new number one from last time, just big time piano fingers. Like everything is up in the air. I mean, it looked like this almost the whole time. Like nothing was down in advance. Everything's up. And still often when the pinky is involved with like a hammer on, like quite often you are flat fingering and making a chord, and then sometimes you still got the unused strings bleeding through. It's definitely improved, but because, and I know you said you were, fried, that's understandable, but because it's an ongoing thing, I'm wondering if you still just don't, if you're missing it, you don't notice it, or if you notice it and you just move on anyway. I'd much rather hear you correct those things and get very slow speeds, like maybe like you max out at 120 because you ran out of time, versus trying to go faster and allowing some noise to come through. Because remember when you're practicing stuff, you want it to sound good enough to be on your recording. So if you I don't think anyone wants that kind of noise to come through on the recording. Yeah, we want it to sound as good as possible. So the piano finger thing, like, yeah, with distortion on, with compression and all that, you can get away with it, but you're not going to get as fast as you possibly can. So you're absolutely losing a lot of speed by piano fingering because you're throwing in a bunch of extra muscle just to make the note happen because you're just, doing hammer-ons from nothing. Um, so again, the rhythm's good. I would like to hear the technique improve. We are going to start strumming the 16th notes next week, and we'll see what happens with the hammer-on pull-off stuff this week, if we're going to move on from that completely or still do some things here and there with the 8th note hammer-on pull-off stuff to make that sound better. So here, we're just going to stay on the top string, starting with the pull-offs, and I really want you to concentrate on making sure that those fingers are down. I think you do a lot better if it's just on the one string. It's when you're changing strings, that's when the piano finger really, really happens. Well, here we go with number one, and also definitely re-watch the stuff that you sent if you haven't yet. See if you can notice these things. Like, see, about the piano finger on number one for sure. When a pinky chord happens on accident, when accidental string noise bleeds through, because it's important to be able to catch that stuff. Because if you're unaware of it, that it's happening, you can't fix it. So it would be really good for you to re-watch those things. See if you can pick up on that stuff. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 2. So this is all pinky work. As you go lower, the risk of bar chord happening increases. At least I assume it's going to. I know it does for me. So be very, very careful. Make sure your pinky is on the tip enough so that way you're not creating a bar. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, getting that fourth string there definitely gets much harder to have the technique correct. So if you need to spend extra time on some of the lower strings, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. My index finger has to straighten out a bit more as I get down to that lower string. So that's something you might have to do as well. Kind of pay attention to how your index finger is setting up the rest of your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 3 is doing hammer-ons first and starting on the low string. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so again, we just want to focus on making sure it sounds as clean as possible. Accidental bar chords, string noise bleeding through. We want to address that stuff right away. Super important skill to have. And then, yeah, do your best to eliminate the piano fingers. And that's that. All right, any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again in your new videos.